Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This will be a double review, which I don't think I've ever done before, but it made sense with these two. Absolutely really chuffed to get my hands on them. They're not my figures. These are part of the latest stock we have received at our store, the Figure Pit, and they're absolutely incredible. I got to tell you, I have been racking my brains for a couple of days trying to think of what I could trade in to get these for my own collection, mostly because of Killmonger. One of the most impressive figures I've seen in a long time, and don't even get me started on the Michael B. Jordan head sculpt. It's ridiculously good, and the boxes are gorgeous, and you know I love my boxes. I display my figures with the boxes behind them, and this is just next level stuff. So thanks to the Figure Pit, able to get my hands on these. Once I'm done with them, they will be for sale for anyone who wants them. I can't think of anything to trade in, don't really know where I'd put them, and just a bunch of reasons really, but they're absolutely incredible. So I hope you enjoy this review, folks. Don't forget to visit our store at www.thefigurepit.com. We got these two plus some incredible stock in at the moment. Make sure you pay us a visit. All right, let's get started with this epic review. Hope you enjoy it, folks. Don't forget to hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel, and check me out on Instagram, and check out the Figure Pit YouTube channel and Instagram account as well. Now, taking a look at the accessories, we'll start with Erik Killmonger. He comes with one of the strongest likenesses and the most impressive sculpts I've seen in some time. The paintwork is incredible. The likeness to Michael B. Jordan is absolutely spot on. That is seriously one of the best head sculpts I've seen in some time. Two really nicely detailed weapons, a beautiful base as you can see, some really nice hand sculpts there. Then over to Black Panther, but they're not quite as dead-on accurate head sculpt for me, in my opinion. It's about 90% there, but I really do think that the Michael B. Jordan likeness is 100% there. It's incredible. I can't wait to take pictures of that from different angles and different lighting and stuff like that. Do a true light review outdoors tomorrow in the natural light. But Black Panther also comes with weapons, some interchangeable eyes, and the hand sculpts pretty good looking, and a nice base. Also have to mention, folks, that Black Panther does come with something extra, the special LED light unit that he can stand in that reveals the purple energy in the suit. It's a pretty cool effect. Now don't worry, folks, the poses are coming. I just wanted to soak this up with you just one time before I do start changing the figures around and posing things up, and I just think this right here is a beautiful little display. I changed it so that the beautiful packaging was on the outside so you could really appreciate it. They have the credits behind the figures there, and the accessories laid out in front of them. The figure just looks super badass, man. It's really cool. Now, something I really appreciate on both of these absolutely stunning pieces, you don't need me to tell you, man. You could watch this video on mute and you'd still get the idea. They are absolutely phenomenal. And you're able to get the arms flat by their sides with both figures. I mean, with Black Panther, it's really good. Usually with figures with this much muscle, this much bulk on their top end, it's gonna make the arms kind of jut out to the sides, like your Henry Cavill Superman figures, the Justice League, the Dawn of Justice Superman. Both those arms, that's about as close as you can get it to the body. But with Killmonger here, you can get it all the way. I was even just able to get the arms even flatter down by his sides, even more, just by kind of pushing the arm up, then in. It allowed for a little bit more flushness. But just take a moment to just appreciate the form on this thing, man. Absolutely beastly. The aggression in the mask as well, the teeth, look at that. Wouldn't want that coming for you. No, sir. Now I'm just having some fun posing them up. I was able to get a fair bit of crunch in the Killmonger figure in his torso, in the kind of chest and stomach area. I wanted to bring it in on itself and get this kind of coming forward, aggressive kind of stance that you'd want to be able to get this figure in something like this, because it looks like he's coming at you very aggressive. Now, I wasn't able to get much ab or kind of stomach crunch or whatever you want to call it, basically movement in his torso, the mid torso really. Just couldn't really get him to move much there. Arms are really good, and pretty good articulation in the legs as well for these guys. the suit does restrict it a little bit, and you can sort of feel it pulling against you and resisting. And like when I was trying to get him to step forward and do this, I had to spend a little time with that, but the effect is worth it. But I'd say so far, from messing around with them, Killmonger seems to have a bit of an edge in the articulation department, just a bit, but they look really, really cool like this together. I wasn't quite sure how I felt about this particular suit when I first saw the trailer for Black Panther, because we'd seen Civil War. I had the Civil War Hot Toys Black Panther figure for a while. I got rid of him because the material they used for his suit was very unforgiving. Even with the slightest bend, I had some permanent sort of wrinkles appear in the suit, and I just thought to myself, this is no fun. It's an absolutely badass looking piece, but I need to be able to do something with it and change it up every now and then without fear of damaging the figure beyond repair. Now with this version from the Solo film, they've changed the material and it's definitely an improvement. I just had him with his arms fully bent in a fighting stance with his fists up close to the head, and now that I've put the arms straight, it's absolutely just clean and smooth again. Now this look that the helmet has for the Solo film is a lot more Panther-like in its appearance, which is something I quite liked. That when I first saw this in the trailer, I thought I quite liked the face, but I preferred the more kind of aggressive, slightly bulkier look that he appeared to have with that suit from Civil War and the beginning of the Black Panther film. But this has really grown on me, and I think Hot Toys did an amazing job with the proportions here. Absolutely spot on. I think maybe they made a special body just for this, possibly. I'm really not sure, but whatever body it is, it's the perfect one for the job. Alright folks, I have put together the LED display here, and I gotta be honest, when I first saw these in the box, because it's just white styrofoam inside here and it's visible from the bottom, but you don't see the bottom because it's plugged into the base here, it's actually quite simple to set up. But the effect that this has on the Black Panther figure, and I know you've probably already seen this, the figure's been out for a year, I'm quite late to the game, but I hadn't really paid too much attention. Kind of thought it was a bit of a gimmick, a bit of an afterthought thing, but let me just show you what happens when we put this Black Panther figure into the light. Oh my goodness. How cool is that? How awesome does that look? And for once, the camera is doing it justice. This really is as beautiful as this looks in person. I mean, look at the beautiful kind of, just the details on the suit that are coming through. You can't see them unless it's under this light. And you can see it on his helmet as well. It's absolutely insanely good looking, man. This is amazing. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in 1/6 scale. I mean, look at that. Obviously it's helped by the fact that you've got the beautiful backdrop as well, you know, it ties it all together, keeps that beautiful purple theme going. So that's, you know, the background's certainly helping a lot here. That is absolutely incredible. just switched back to the 4K option on my phone here. It does make things look a bit different, but it is letting you see a little bit more detail here of the patterns that are coming through thanks to the lights. And I love the eyes coming through here. I mean, I like the silver kind of mesh look as well, but I think I'm going to go with the eyes for my permanent display. Let me just show you some more of these little patterns that are coming through. It's remarkable, man. It's absolutely incredible. The only thing that would have made it just, I mean, it's already pretty much perfect, but if he could rotate, you know, within this light setup, just slowly turning, that would just be too much. Alright, I've just turned the figure askew a little bit here just to pick up some of the details that the light wasn't quite hitting before. And I'm just thinking, it's interesting because there are 4 inputs for these to plug into, depending on, you know, whether you want one shining from the back and one from the front, or 2 at the back or 2 at the front. You can position these how you like. But if you had 2 figures, if you had 2 of these, then obviously you could have one set up with the Chadwick Boseman head sculpt, but you would also be able to probably have 4 of these all around him, surrounding the figure and completely illuminating all of this cool, incredible detail. Look at the back as well, man. Look at all this. I forgot that was even there. I've had this guy for a few days now and I didn't notice that all this stuff. His hand just dropped off. Ah, dang. But yeah, man, I wish I had 4 pillars. But there he is, just in the light, you don't see it. It's so cool. It's such a cool trick. You put him back, it's like, whoa. Look at that, man. God damn it. Alright, enough gushing, but it's worth a gush, believe me. And here is Killmonger inside the light setup here. He does not have any of those effects on his suit. I just wanted to show you in case some of you are curious, because you know he's here as well, so just show you what he looks like. But yeah, it's not having any effect other than just making him look kind of purple. So yeah, Killmonger. Now let's just soak up all the detail on the helmet, and I'll bring it around slowly and check out all that detail leading up to the ear. How smoothly the head sculpt transitions to the neck of the body. Just doing it slowly so you can soak it all up. There really is quite a lot to take in here. It looks just as detailed at the back as it does on the front and the sides, with the Wakandian kind of language, maybe? Scribblage on the back of the head. I mean, that's just beautiful design there with the suit itself. Just a really, really, really nice looking figure. Love the way the light catches it, catches the lines, the details, that really panther-like look that it has. It's growing on me more and more by the minute. And now the same thing for Erik Killmonger, with a much more aggressive look to the mask, the helmet. Now, you don't get any interchangeable eyepieces with Killmonger, and that's fine with me. The golden reflective eyes are cool enough, but just the beautiful work on this. The nice kind of dark washed golds. And that kind of leopard print. See that on his back and on his traps? It's kind of jumping out at us now because I've got the LEDs shining right on him. really can't say it enough, folks. I really love these figures, man. They're so well done. I'd love to own them. Look at that. Just absolutely exceptional work. Alright, so now I'm going to have a go at putting in these eyes. And here is the Black Panther eyepiece. It's all silver. That's interesting. Didn't know that. Alright, and here is the eyes inside the Black Panther helmet. I love the way that looks. That looks awesome. I didn't really think I'd be that keen on this, but that looks incredible. It's absolutely awesome. I actually think he looks more aggressive with his eyes showing through the helmet here. There's a little bit more of an intimidation factor for me personally. I don't know about you. What do you think, guys? That is awesome though. I wasn't expecting to like that as much as I do. Almost forgot that he came with eyes, to be honest. Just absolutely badass. Get him looking up a little bit. Man. That sure is Black Panther. It's one hell of a design. Now onto the likeness to the late and great Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P. A great man who died with dignity and power and strength, just left behind a hell of a strong legacy, and his memory will live on, and it was a great loss. He was our Black Panther. And here is Hot Toys' interpretation. And like I said, it's not as 100% dead on as the Michael B. Jordan likeness with Killmonger. Really good detail on the hair, the skin, and the detail on the skin. As you can see, I mean, it's not just a flat color, there's all kinds of detail on the actual skin itself. Eyelashes, facial hair looks good. Nice transition from the head sculpt onto the neck. Looks pretty good. I'll just turn around, check out the back of the head. Check out all the details. So I think they've done really well on this. Side profile. It's nice and strong. I think he's got a tiny little bit of dust on his forehead. Get rid of that. There we go. The light catching his eye as he comes around. Now let's try Killmonger and the Michael B. Jordan sculpt. Bring that one into the equation. I might as well just put these two side to side for a second. Oh man. I mean, they're both great, but the Killmonger sculpt is just amazing. So damn strong. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's up there, man. Be curious. Maybe one day I'll sit down and think about it and do a top 10 Hot Toys head sculpts video, because this will be up there. There's nothing for me to complain about. I mean, maybe someone out there who knows the actor better. You know, I mean, I've seen him in the Creed movies. I've seen him in Black Panther. Oh, and the true story about the poor guy that was shot at the subway. I forget the name of the movie. It was really sad. It's a true story. And Michael B. Jordan played it, you know, the part of the guy who lost his life. Oh man, it's really too much. It's too much. I've been in the game since 2007, folks. I'm about ready to just dust my hands and just walk away into the sunset. This head sculpt is it's the end game. That's it. It's dare I say it, is it the best head sculpt I've ever seen? Yeah, it might be. They captured, I mean, yeah, the likeness to Michael B. Jordan is there 100%, but not just that, they've captured the intensity. And I mean, I'm just gonna spew gushings of praise, so I'll just shut up. I'll just turn it around. Look at that angle there, man. Jesus, that looks so real. That looks so good. Again, just a little subtle turn there. Look at that. Look at the aggression. But he was a smart guy, though. He was no fool. And you can understand one of those, what do they call it, like a sympathetic villain or whatever, but you understand where they're coming from, you know that. Anyway, back to this. It's cold. Oh my goodness, turn him around, see the back, see the hair. Transition from the head onto the neck. It's nicely done. Yeah, there's the hair. It's really well done. The fade, getting close to the back of the neck there. Really well done. Side profile from this side. It's ridiculous. Incredibly spot on, dead on balls accurate. I mean, I don't know if it gets any better than this. And I've, you know, like I said, since 2007, I've seen a lot of figures, and this is one of those moments where you think, I mean, in 5-10 years time, obviously things will improve somehow. That's the way things tend to go. Well, not everything improves, but Hot Toys certainly seem to be improving all the time. But I think this will always be one of the crowning jewels, one of the proudest achievements. I mean, I think it's going to be a long time before I'm this stunned by a 1/6 scale sculpt again. Let's get him looking up a little bit. Let me dim these lights a little bit too. Let's take them down a notch. There we go. He looks quite emotional now because of the amount of gloss on his eyes, and well, I suppose the light is shining right at him. I'm going to take my time with this, guys, and just let you soak this up. I think it's worth the time looking at this. I mean, I haven't really gone out looking for Killmonger reviews. It was just when it came out, it wasn't on my radar. I remember seeing the pictures and thinking, damn, that looks good, but that's about as far as it went. So I haven't been looking at other people's reviews on YouTube over the, you know, the months since this has been released. I'm certainly late to the game getting it here on the channel to show it to you, but man, I'm glad I did. Sorry, I just had to get this one last little shot as I tilted his head down for some of the pictures I was just taking, and it just looks too good not to show you in video. So 4K, make sure you're watching the video in 4K, folks. I'd recommend you watch this if you have a console, PlayStation, Xbox. Maybe watch it on your big screen. I mean, it looks great on a phone, but it'll look better on a big screen, especially with something like this. You gotta just take in all the detail. Appreciate this. That's absolutely incredible. Yeah, sorry to gush, but come on. I mean, you got to agree, right? I mean, this is worth the gushes. Some of the most impressive work I've seen in 1/6 scale in my life. Alright, reluctantly moving on, because I could just turn that all night long and just check it out from different angles, messing around with light and stuff. It's just unbelievable. I can't wait to get a true light review done on this piece. Natural light outdoors in the garden. It's going to look good. Right, so now let's check out some articulation. We got some good movement in the head or the neck. Able to look up quite high, able to look down pretty low. You can obviously look, you know, side to side, all the way around. Do an exorcist if you want. Go in, lift up the arm about. Ooh, about yay much. Look at that, it's not too bad. Look at that. Ooh, that's pretty good. Wasn't expecting it to do that, but don't see why not. You got movement here as well. Double bend, so he can be like, I won't get you. I won't get you. Don't try to run. Actually, do try to run, because I'll outrun you, and then I'll get you. That's right. Won't get all of you, mother. Right. So double bend, double bend, double bend action. You really get them in close. You do some gnarly poses. I won't get you. And some good articulation at the wrist as well. You just got to work that up like this, and you get them in some pretty cool poses. All right, so then we got a nice bit of crunch here. You can hear that. There you go. So that'll hold in place nicely. Got a bit of turn. He doesn't really stay turned very well. He just sort of wants to go back to the middle again. Here is where I have a bit of resistance when I was trying to get some more deep stances, some more kind of fighting poses going on. It was kind of resisting me about there. It sort of fights back and it's like, nah, you don't really want to do that any more than that, sir or madam. No, so, but he, you know, the knee bend, not too bad. You got bend in two places, like here and here, I think. Yeah, it's just the suit does restrict that a little bit. You can really feel it, but it's not too bad, man. It's not too bad. Good ankle articulation. Look at that. Plenty of movement there. So all in all, pretty damn good articulation with this guy. Very good, in fact. And again, love the way you can push the arms in nice and close. Look how close that is to the body. And I do that, folks, by pushing up. So you kind of push up a bit and then in. And then you can really get it flush. So great articulation for Killmonger. Really good. Now, same thing again, but with Black Panther. And we have some really good articulation in his head. You can look way up, which is excellent. You can look down quite far as well. Still got the eyes showing, because I just think that looks so cool. It's even more Panther-like, to be honest. It's such a cool thing, man. I like that. That's probably the way I'd go if he was mine. I'd definitely leave the eyes in. I mean, the other look is cool too. Anyway, let's go ahead and bend these arms up. About the same as Killmonger. That's decent. Turn here as well. Double bend. Is that a double bend? It doesn't seem like a double bend. Maybe it is. I need to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, I think it is. It's just, I don't know. Seemed like Killmonger was able to do a little bit more than that when it came to the elbow bend. Don't want to go too crazy here, folks. He's doing a Mr. Universe pose. So strong. Yes. Fear me. Crime doers. Just put that. Again, up and in to get them as flush as you can. It's nice that you got the kind of movement up and down in the shoulder as well. It's quite subtle, but it does allow you to get subtle little tweaks there. Now, I found earlier that I wasn't quite able to get any kind of crunch here. And I was wrong, because I just did. So you do have a little bit of crunch, but it's a bit different. I think because of the... Let me just look at Killmonger. They both have the pack action here. The padding. So I'm not sure why Killmonger seems to have a bit more movement, but he does have some crunch action. You can hear it. No, he does. Okay, so ignore me, folks. It just seemed a little bit, I don't know, a bit more stiff on Black Panther than with Killmonger. Again, a little bit of resistance here when I'm trying to bring this leg forward. After about this kind of angle here, it starts to tell you no, just by the feel of it. And we got the, knee bends in two different places to allow for super knee bend action. Very forgiving material, very, very good material on this figure. Much, much better than the Civil War version. They also used the Civil War material for the T'Chaka. So that was a bit disappointing, but this is definitely the way to go with Black Panther stuff. It's a really, really cool material, and it's totally forgiven me for any poses that I've put him in so far. Again, excellent movement in the ankle. Pivot action forward and back all the way around. Very, very good. So, pretty damn equal for articulation on both of these guys. Was a little bit easier to get ab crunch action out of Killmonger than it is on Black Panther here, but he does have it. And it's a different body as well. It's got to be, because, you know, Killmonger definitely has a bit more mass and bulk to him. Yeah, you can see different bodies used here, folks. And I like that, man. They really got the proportions on Black Panther dead on right. And same thing here for Killmonger. Alright, folks, time to wrap up this review and give you some scores for each figure. I'm going to give Killmonger a 10 out of 10. There's no reason not to. Excellent head sculpt. One of the best I've ever seen by any company. Incredible work bringing the suit to life in 1/6 scale. Excellent body chosen. Really good articulation. Great accessories, not too much, but just enough. The box, the artwork is insanely good. It needs to be seen. Display it if you can. And absolutely do not hesitate picking up Killmonger if you're curious. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I think it's amazing. And then on to the Black Panther. I do hesitate to give him a 10 for some reason. I'm not sure why. I guess it could be just down to that slight, you know, the Chadwick Boseman head sculpt is very, very, very good. But not, it probably doesn't help having it next to this because that is so spot on. But I don't really see any reason not to give Black Panther a 10 as well. And I don't really pre-think this stuff, folks. I just hit record and just give you my thoughts off the top of my head. So I'm thinking articulation's great on Black Panther. The suit material is fantastic. The proportions are fantastic. Body used is dead on the one to use. You know, a really good likeness to Chadwick Boseman with the head sculpt, and a really good job incorporating the eyes that you can change out in the Black Panther helmet. Beautiful base. Again, beautiful box. Needs to be seen. Work of art in itself. Why not? Let's give Black Panther a 10 as well. So 2 10 out of 10s. The whole Black Panther line is really impressive. Shuri is also in stock at the Figure Pit, and I was going to bring her back as well, but I thought 3 figures in one review might be a bit much. So maybe I'll bring her back, and if we still have T'Chaka, then I'll bring him back with Shuri. And we also have the Throne as well in stock, folks. So we've got Black Panther here in stock, Killmonger in stock, Shuri, T'Chaka, the Throne. It's all on the website, folks, at www.thefigurepit.com. Come check us out. And that's about it for this video, folks. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to see these. I've really enjoyed my time with them, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Instagram because there's lots of pictures going up on there. And don't forget to subscribe to the Figure Pit YouTube channel as well. Alright guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Take it easy, see you soon. Bye bye.